So play the scales, all the excerpts, piece, right? And then sight reading probably. So I can get the sight reading out for you. Do they have any information on the sight reading in your packet? Do they say like how hard it might be, or they just say it's a sight reading?
You just said sight reading, yeah.
Okay, I'll find you something I think that could sort of beat them. I don't know how hard they make them. You know, there are some places where they kind of make them harder to see how people like react, like kind of see your what you'll do if it's too hard. Like even though everyone like kind of crashes, like they kind of see like, oh, is the rhythm collapse or the notes, or like, you know, kind of to see how.
Do you remember the last year the sight reading you have? Is harder? No.
I don't remember. All right, so let's hear all your scales that you have to do.
C 和 D minor 吗？ D minor？
Do you always shift all the way up for that one? Because you don't have to, right? Do you want to do it again? D minor? Yeah, good, good. So, for the scale, the only thing, like I said before, what you want to show, what do you think they want to hear, right?
Oboe.
That more, yeah, it more bow, but mainly confidence, right? And confidence, I would say, is two things. And of course, you know, being in tune, which you're practicing. Can we just do let's play your D minor, or which whichever one. Good. And can you play that scale without this finger? Try to keep that finger. Okay, so it's kind of hard, right? Now imagine like that. Say I can do not the same, but close, right? Because I use my middle fingers more for sound. If I just use this finger and the pinky, the sound is fine, but the best sound you can get is when these three fingers, like really, imagine like they even like 30%, 33% or three each. So like we don't get, when we need like, we need this finger more. But for rich sound, like in a scale, imagine like all three are going like this. So we can transfer weight from your arm. Instead of feel like that the sound is not rich, then you just sink in. Then when someone hears that kind of rich sound that you make your violin ring, you use lots of, but they're not gonna check, oh, did he go to the frog? They're just gonna hear your sound and be like, whoa, that's nice. Can you try? Good, that's fine. Set your bow the frog for me again. And I'm just gonna move your bow here. Yeah, feel exactly. See that little cushion? Like feel like all the weight that's in your arm. Imagine if I lift the bow, keep your both fingers on the bow. If I lift here, see, imagine it doesn't just lift your forearm. All this is one piece. You might feel that like as if you were on an armchair. So when my bow sinks like this, I feel like I plug my hand, it's all coming together. I don't feel like it's just here. Because then you have to use your fingers to make sound. If you do this, you just put your fingers and pull. Do you want to try that? You feel that? Yes. Do you hear it? That's really resonant. A simple exercise you can do to practice that, except just thinking about it. Can you go up and down like this and imagine like a parachute emptying its air, like right, like landing. Just lift, go up and sink, up and sink. Like feel like your fingers kind of like kind of give in like a little bit, like that. Yeah. Once you and do it at the frog, that will be easier than here. Yeah, exactly. Feel that little cushion there, exactly. And the more you feel that, I was telling you at some point, like when you do chords, when you do everything, that will become your best, one of your best tools, because when the sound is good, people they don't listen as much as intonation. Have you heard of Tzach Perlman, very famous violinist? One of the most famous violinists of now he's in his 80s, but he was incredible, like incredible violinist, and he could play everything in tune, But sometimes on some recordings, or I've heard him live, sometimes it would be like a little sharp, but like not perfect. But his sound was so amazing that you wouldn't like even think of thinking, oh wait, did he play that in tune? Like it didn't matter. And that sound is that important that like if you come and even if you miss a note, they'd be like, oh wow, okay, he just missed a note, but he's confident. He knows that he sounds great. If you come perfect, see, it's a different impression. So for auditions, this is is gonna score you points. Think about the same thing when you do Allstate, which is later this year, but Allstate is a little weird because they do different rooms for everything. So you go in one room for scales, they give you a score. You go to another room. I think it's kind of crazy that they do that, but that's life. Then you play your excerpts. They do another score. Then you do. Was there something a sight reading maybe? But anyway, you get and then they compile and then they decide. Whereas like in a real edition, you know, they would see the scales as a warm up for, which is more normal because they'll give more importance to the excerpts. So, but this said, if you go to Allstate and your scales are fabulous, then you're scoring more points there. That's great. So your scales are good. Just like do those like exercises and open up, play them like you're playing a concerto, and that would be great. Let's do your excerpts now. Good. Let's keep going. I think in addition, you probably play them all, right? Let's do that. Let's do the same. All right, good. Which one do you think is your strongest excerpt of the three? Two? I mean, I think they're all going well. I thought three was actually sounding, and I don't know if you recorded this, but you should listen. Your sound is more convincing in this one. I said da da dum ba da. Oh, look at that! Like there was like a character da da dum ba da dum ba da, and the sound was bright and clear. And I would say if I'm a judge, like you kind of caught my attention on that one. I was like, oh, that's like I like that sound, that energy. Your pulse was really good in this one, so that was good. There was just one note that wasn't. Did you miss something? Did you do all the sharps?
Also, I felt like there was like a lot of cracking.
In this one?
Yeah, throughout like last week, I forgot to put on rosin, and then I just put on rosin.
Oh, I see.
And then
Well, you know,
felt really
remember that the cracking you hear under your ear is not what people hear. Yeah. Okay, sometimes yes, but I didn't, you know, I didn't, I didn't feel. I don't think we felt like it was cracking
No.
at all. On our ear, if you hear like a bite, actually it comes out like a. If you did you ever sing in a choir? Like when you do you like singing? I get the feeling we'll see you respond. When I play orchestra with choir and I see the choir director work with the singer, you know, they don't say like sometimes I do things for Christmas, for example, and they don't say Christmas, they say Christmas. Like it's crazy. Like and sometimes I would hear them practice like, why are you doing that? Like it sounds crazy, right? And then you hear the whole piece, and then you can with all the voices, then you can actually hear what they're saying, and by themselves it sounds crazy. As a group and with the music, I was like, oh, actually I heard that they said Christmas. I would never have known, or it would sound like muffle. So it's not as dramatic on the violin, but I thought your articulation was fine. So you're not. Was there somewhere special? You felt like it was crunchy or something like that? I would say the only two notes maybe here because of the open string, but otherwise it was very clear.
That's why I think this part a little bit.
Okay, so why don't we let's play it again and let's see, but keep that energy because that was good. Did you still feel crunchy?
First bit.
Oh, actually, I liked it. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're like it. We don't hear that at all, at all. And I'm just like 2 feet away. That's just because your ear is here. Like, and I know you over time you get used to how much crunch is is actually heard in the. I'll tell you when I accompany soloists in the symphony, sometimes you'll be kind of shocked by what you hear. Like this, you know, you hear a soloist in the hall, oh, it's all like butter, like beautiful. And then you next to them, you like because they play on the bridge and they know that to project in a hall of like 800 people, they want to just so they play on the bridge and it's a little rough sounding. And often I ask like people, how did it sound? Oh, what a sound! Beautiful. I'm like, oh, because on stage it sounded like sandpaper sometimes. So that's the extreme. But you're more than covered. The only thing here, try not to get softer the second time because it's not an echo or anything. Bum bum tim tim tum bum because you're careful here not to crunch, which is fine. To avoid that, just don't go to the fingerboard, right? Because here, oh, I'm not tuned. So the E string, you will give you a crunch here. So the E string, not bad, but the E string does not like that area. So right away you get that. So just remember on those to be in the middle and not get softer. That one is great. Let's go backwards. This one, before you start, did you listen to it recently? Yes, no? Okay, we're gonna do that together because we can't wait. We'll take a second. Beethoven 7, and see if we have Bernstein or. So we're not going to listen, we'll just listen to the beginning. Because when I hear you start, I feel like, and Ayla will know too, like, I feel like, oh, does he know the piece? Like, meaning like how it fits in. So Beethoven starts with this simple, like the soprano chord, which was weird for the time. Beethoven critics were like, what is he doing? What a weird chord. It's not how you start pieces. The lower strings start with this rhythm. And it's become one of the most famous movements just because it's beautiful. So the cellos get the tune first. But it's not the violins yet. So he builds it up. See, violins are just sitting in a way. Second violins are playing. So you want to imagine you have all that behind when you're going to come in there. Not yet, right? They're playing what the other section was playing. So when this happens, he's building up for a fortissimo. That's you. It's not like it's live music, right? Can you hear the basses? So he adds triplets just at that entrance, so that's why it feels so grand. And it goes on to other stuff. It's like, it's so big. So now, can you play it again? And imagine that's when you're coming in, when Bernstein, dum da da dum, boom, dum 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 dee da, like, so give us that feel that you're like in the orchestra playing as intensely. Good. Now let's see, how do we do that, right? Because we hear it as a group, and then how can we do that? The key, I think, soften your hand and a slow bow. See, I'm playing really loud. It's really loud in my ear too. So I put my hair pretty, almost flat, not on the bridge, but close. And I don't press hard. I just move slow. If you're here, you can't play slow, right? You know the three ingredients of sound, sort of. I mean, this is the basic physics of the violin or strings. Is like there are three ingredients that you can play with. There's weight, how heavy you put your bow. So if I put my bow here, I can put it heavy. Here I can. Speed. Here I can move fast. Here I can't move fast. I have to move slow. So the speed and the weight, and the last one, like you see, is where you are on the string, because the string is softer and harder here. So that's all we have to play with. So here, if I want to be intense, and I'm gonna have to speed up. So I have to find a spot where I can be slow. So you wanna try? Yeah, and try to feel like you're not using this finger that much. You're just placing the bow and like a magnet and moving it slow and vibrating. Nice. Good. This part is just coming in because, so breathe. One more time, just do the first note. Yeah, that's better, that's better. And this is like a ramp, right? So if you put your bow here, it wants to go away from where there's the most tension to where it's softer. So if you want to play there, you have to kind of keep it there. If I don't work on it, and it goes here. So I'm constantly like playing that way. Yeah. Good, good. One last time, I feel like the first note you feel uncomfortable, right? The beginning. Let's try to find a way. You remember when we did this last time? Can you imagine like you're like this, like the balance is on the pinky. So you don't worry about like leaning on the one. Feel like it's all here. And then when you set at the frog, also I don't feel like I'm leaning like this. I feel like I'm balancing on the pinky. My fingers are there ready for action. But I don't want to be like this because that's scary. So I have to like imagine the other side of my one. Not this one. This one. Yeah, so hold your bow like this for a second. Feel like it's all in the pinky, so you don't need this one much, right? Yeah, exactly. And then that's how you'll set it. And then try to go really like a straight, like a, you have to go out a little bit to be straight, right? You know that. So just a little bit, and you got it. Try one last time.
What's this bowing? Cause like.
Oh, that's what you do, right? So what did I do something different or?
Slur.
Oh, you have to slur it or?
No, like you did slur, so I'm not sure.
Oh no, do what you have there. I wasn't looking. I've played it with different orchestras, and sometimes one does one, one does the other. So just do what they give you for the audition. Yeah. Good, and go on. Good. Let's do it together one more time. Yes. Yeah. Good. It's very good. Do you hear the difference? Like, so the impact you'll have, like, so when you finish this one in the audition, then you have to think quickly what you just heard, and then you show like, oh, this is different. So if you go, they'd be like, oh, he's still thinking about this, right? You have to show like suddenly you change your context. Can we we start one more. I just want to hear the first 2 notes to make sure you're comfortable, and then I'll leave you alone. Yeah, that's good. And can you try to vibrate? Imagine like with the bow, like so you don't. It's not like separate. It's like actually, I want to show you something. Can you? Did I do? I don't know if I did this to you. Can you play just your C and don't vibrate? And now, pardon, can you play it again but don't vibrate? Do you feel the vibration of the string in your nail? Try it again. Feel it here. You feel it? So what we're doing, we're making this move, and then it goes instantly, makes your finger vibrate, right? And what I'd like you to imagine is like the vibrato is like it's instant. It's like lightning. You start, you feel it. Do that again. Feel it. There's no wait. Right away, it's like you feel that vibration that we're used to. So imagine when you play something like that, it's like the vibration comes out in vibrato, like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good. Okay, and let's do the first one. It's much better. It's all good. Your pulse sometimes changed a little bit. That's the only thing. So let's try to just work on keeping it just a tad more steady. Right? So shall we try from the top again? Brum, brum, brum. Good. Let's just work on that. No, that's good. So your chords are good. I'm sorry. This one is a little too much like that. We have fast, 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 fast. And we need fast, fast, slow, because we need to, even though we'll retake, we need to show that it's a long note. So can you try just slowing down your bow? And then you can do those the way you were doing. Just this one. Yeah, get to the top sooner. Can you do this for me? So imagine, and bring your violin up a little bit, yes? So we have, and remember we're talking about the crunch and the E string. This one, that spot is very not good for the E. They whistle sometime, right? That's because you're there. So do it right in the middle here. So when you start over here. Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Let's try that in time and go on now. Bum, bum, yum. Good. Let's just practice the tingo. Imagine the release. 1, 2, up. Yeah, so it needs to look like you're trying to hold the G as long as possible. Definitely. It sounds too easy, and for the tension of the music. Did you listen to this one? Okay, I think it helps. I think it's very important. That's 5 last movement. Right? I used to love. Do you know the? These are all movies. Have you ever heard of Indiana Jones? When you know in Indiana Jones, when I first learned that when I was young, and there was a time where those movies would come out. The first time I played that symphony, I remember thinking, "This is just like Indiana Jones music." This last movement. This is the end of the last movement. It goes right into this one. So we're working really hard. Bum, bum, bum. So Beethoven lets it all out in this. This is the same symphony. That's the which starts in minor, in C minor. So famous, right? And then at the end you have a slow movement, and then like no one expects it because the symphony is in C minor. This is C major, an explosion of like joy like this. All the brass, bum bum bum. So that's what you need to do for us. So it doesn't have to be that fast. They're playing really fast. Also, some orchestras play slower. But imagine the character bum bum dee dum 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 bum bum, like you're really you have timpanis with you. You have lots of character. Shall we try? Good. Yeah, let me check your tuning one more time, and I can have your violin. I'll just check because you seem to question something there, right? So your E string, when do you know when you changed it last by any chance? Is it recent?
We changed which one
The E.
last time?
Oh, no. So I don't know if you hear. It has a bit of a like in the ring. So I think it's the strings. E strings tend to do that. They get false over time.
Oh.
So see how I play the harmonic. It sounds kind of flat, right? Sounds a lot lower than the string, so it's harder to tune. So it's okay. You can play on it, but if you're able to, do you change your own strings usually?
No,
Or you
no,
take
we-
it to
The shop, yeah.
which shop do you go to? I forgot where you're close to. You're in Howard County?
Yeah,
right?
whole counties. But I
So-
forgot the name of that stores. Let me find out.
It's okay, but as you can maybe just the E string. Yeah, it kind of sinks a little bit, so that will help you for because. You can do it still, but it will help you to hear. So you want to try tune it now? So
Oh, it's like for this chord, like even if I'm not touching the E string, it still doesn't.
oh, this one you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I think the whistling doesn't come from this hand. It comes from the bow for two things that you need if you don't want to whistle, not to be here. And the other thing is like you have to be really perpendicular to the string. If you go like this a little bit when you curve, it will whistle. So if I go like now I want to make it whistle, I can't. There, right? So I have to make sure that I don't break this way. Kind of a little bit. Imagine you going this way to counter that feel. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. Oh, and that's the one that was too short the first time. You did this one 2 beats, but not this one. Can you go from here? Yes. Let's try that with the metronome.
So that's just the one.
Oh, they're great.
Okay.
They're great. Yeah. I know Mr. Roger Perrin lives actually around.
Oh, there's an outdoor around here?
No, his house.
Oh, okay.
I know him.
Okay.
Because they have a shop downtown.
Uh-huh.
Near Peabody, so I'm there. I was there yesterday. I know them really
Okay.
well. But his house is
Okay.
he's a neighbor, so I know him very well. So they're great with everything. So let's say wait, wrong button. That's about what you were doing, right? Let's see if you can keep up with. Can you get along? And don't worry about the number. Just like try to. Two beats. Go from here. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, pum, pum. Start off the beat. Pum, pum, pum. Good. You notice here you were starting to pull, right? The metronome pushed you. So that helps a lot because it tells you how much time you have to retake. It tells you how much time you have before the chord. So I would just until your audition practice with the metronome. That's what I do. When I practice my orchestra. Oh, the hair. Just take it. Okay, thank you. Yes, so it's good. We should circle it or something, right? And we won't. Yeah, and good. So just think about your contact point. That's it. Now let's do your Haydn. Is it the whole thing through, or do they want, or how much?
Sometimes 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Well, let's do about 3 minutes. We'll see. And we'll do a sight reading. I doubt they'll hear more than that. That's that because if they're hearing a lot of auditions. Is there are you doing a cadenza? No. Okay, so it's probably fine. Good. So you using more bow makes me happy. That's great. Can you? I just wanted to hear something just for my. Oh, can you play the first one and this one? Just the like first 4 or 5 measures. Go on. Yes. So can you make sure that we hear the D? So when you go, I'm sorry, my kids are back. We need to hear. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And then this one. So. Yeah, I couldn't hear the bottom as clearly. So just do what you did here. Can you do this one more time? The next play. Good, good. it's fine for your audition. Now this is just for you. How can you make us feel like we have, you know, this concerto's theme has, and they say the same about Mozart. Have you played that before? Mozart number 2. It's a little bit like a martial, like a military parade. Dum, 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 right? So, and then, so it has that joy of da 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 dee. Then what happens here? Suddenly, whoa, that's a completely new character. So don't stay in the old character. All I'm moving is my bow. I'm doing the same as you. So can you just try? So you make it suddenly like a flourish. Yes, exactly. Move your bow and do it no vibrato one time. Is it up or down like it? Up. Good. Again. So raise your elbow a little bit. And now add the trill in the room. Now here, I wanted you to imagine it's like we had like this character that's very lyrical and singing. Now this is another character that's like kind of smart and witty. Like the cat that wakes up when he hears a mouse, like opens just one eye. Right, so like up to like something active. So you when you create, I mean you don't have to think about cat, but when I have images like that, for me it makes me play better, because then I'm just thinking I imagine something, and then my hands will do something. If you don't imagine something, your hands will just play on the page, right? So very good, very good. That would be fine, absolutely fine for the audition. Let's do a sight reading now. Let me get you. Let's see something here. Sorry, this is good. Just do a couple of them. So look at, let's say, the first 2 lines of this, and I'll give you like, 30 seconds. Look at the key signature, look at the meter, like 3, 4, and then you have to think, okay, what am I going to count? Do you think you're going to count in half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes? What do you think?
Quarter.
Quarter, okay. And so then you say, okay, I'm going to stick to quarter notes, and then you want to look, are there weird intervals, any weird rhythms, anything that might, like when you look at it quickly, for me it would be like, oh, this looks like I need to take a look. And then one shift, is there a shift that might be, oh, here I have to go to, how am I going to do this? Probably
Actually, I think half note easier.
half note easier, but then you're in 3, 4, right? So you're gonna count dotted half note, or because you need 3 beats in measure, right? So I think quarter would be better. So look at it in your head for a minute, and then you play. Okay, so what were you counting? Quarters or? So can you kind of hum or tell me the rhythm that you were playing? So this is your quarter note. Can you say tak or whatever? So what's the first rhythm? Did you ever do tas and tees when you were young or younger? Okay, so the first rhythm is 8 and tam ta ta ta. If I just count in 8 notes. Di ta ta ta. Pam pa pa pa. So pam pa pa pa. Tam ta ta ta. What did you do? Tam ta da di. Yappa. You turn it into the waltz, right? Da 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 da. 2, 3, da 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 da. So pam pa da 1. Tam ta da 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you just shifted things. So make sure that you stay in the. And if it helps you to start in 8 notes, pam pam pa pa and pam 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 pa pa. Wait, pam pa 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 or pam pa pa pa. Dum, da, da, da. You can do that the first time in your head to find it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell it to turn off the music. I don't know what they're doing.
不是到时间了吗？
快了还没到。
为什么？不是6点吗？
哦，好的。
He's doing some kind of parading. He has this sword and he's imagining he's a knight. Okay, let's do another one. That's while we practice. Let's do the first 2 lines of this one. So you can ignore the rest. You can skip them. When it says 4 and 4. That's a little easier, I think. So you can skip now. Oh, and keep you had a great pulse here. Bum. And then once you keep going with the same beat, second line. Same beat. Bum. Good. All I'm doing is beating, right? You can tap your foot and if you want, your toes and your shoe if you don't want to show. But in sight reading, actually, I usually don't even mind if someone's like tapping a little bit. In sight reading, everyone's just keep the beat. Because if someone will be clapping, you get it right. If we stop clapping, we're so busy finding the notes that's what we lose. Let's do another one. These are Beethoven's perfectas. Let's get one with more shifts. I don't want it too hard. Sometimes this gets. Oh. That's hard, huh? Okay, I have something here. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna try this from, this is in 3 flats, it's a little harder. Let's go from where it says letter B. So it's E flat, A flat, and B flat, right? And then you have to pick a pulse. it's in 4/4. So you have to imagine where are you going? 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 5. You try? Did you ever count like that? 1 and 2 and you know what? So this is 1 and 2.